All right, good morning, YouTube. It is 6:30 in the morning where I am, and we're looking at charts this morning. Glad you're here. This is the Jim of All Trades channel, and I'm Jim. And we're going to look at three different coins today. We're going to look at Bitcoin first, then we're going to take a peek at Litecoin. Then I had a request for EOS, so we're going to take a look at that as well. We're just going to jump in. All the charts are looking kind of the same, so I just want to just talk about them in general and tell you where I think is what I think is happening and where the question marks are. So anyway, yeah, let's jump in and don't forget to like and subscribe and do all the stuff that YouTube likes. Help me to grow the channel. That'd be great. I really appreciate it. If you like the comment, if you like the content, hit a like and let me know that. Also, leave a comment. Tell me what you like and tell me what you wish I would do more of, or if you have any questions or whatever. Just give me some feedback. I always want to make the channel better. I want to make it a channel that you enjoy watching. So do that for me. Also, I want to invite you to our Litecoin swing trading community. You'll find us on Facebook. Facebook, yeah, no, it's Facebook. It's Facebook. You'll find us there. You can just do a search for Litecoin swing trading community, and it's a great environment where people are learning to trade and learning, the basics of reading charts, and there are seasoned traders there as well, and just a good community of all different um, types of abilities and experiences and knowledge. So and we all just share what we know. It's a spam free environment, so you won't get any kind of spam, and it's also a pretty safe environment for just good questions and not to feel stupid or silly. Okay, well, glad you're here. Let's jump in. We're looking at Bitcoin right now. My main count right now has the fifth wave probably finished. Again, when I say my main count, my primary count, what I mean by that is that this is what I believe is happening after looking at the different scenarios that could be playing out. There are different ways to count um, Elliott waves. Okay, in other words, it's my ability to count the Elliott waves, or my accuracy of my count of my Elliott waves, is really subjective to my abilities, right? And also my understanding of and interpretation of what's happened. So that means that what I try to do is look at, okay, this could be, we look at the potentials. Here, let me just zoom out really quick and just to show you. I just want to be clear about what I mean. There was a question, something about this yesterday. Excuse me. My primary count, my main thinking right now. This is a one wave followed by a two, and then all the way up here is my three wave followed by a really truncated four, which that's the part I don't like about my count. Okay, but it is what it is. And then we have the fifth wave. And so my count says the fifth wave is complete. Now, what else could it be? Well, this could be 1, 2, or it might not be 1, 2. This might actually be something different. It might be I don't know what else it would be other than 1, 2. I think some people are starting their one wave right here, 1, 2, and then they're calling this wave three. Excuse me. It's 6:30. I'm waking up. We're doing the best that we can, trying to get this out before work. Okay, I'll try not to yawn anymore. Um, Excuse me, my nose is stuffed up too. That's hilarious. All right. Anyway, so yeah, this whole thing could be the top of three. We might be coming down for four and have another wave five up before we have a larger correction. So we don't know. But right now, I'm leaning into this count that this is the fifth wave and that we're coming down, okay, for a larger correction. What is that correction going to look like? Well, it's generally going to look like by some kind of ABC. And so, um, what I have right now is labeled, A and B, and then we're coming down for C. And it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 waves of that C, and we have a fifth wave to come. My target for Bitcoin is $8,800. We do have a target down here at $7,800. So those are my two targets. We're still looking pretty decent for that. I want to talk to you about what we're doing right now in the count. And so let's just look at that. So you can see that we have an ABC there, so there's an ABC, and then we have this B wave. It looks more like an X wave. There's really no wave delineation. There's not a strong ABC there. Hard to delineate that, but obviously it needs to be an ABC. That's A, B, and then there's one, two, three, four, five. I guess there's five waves there. It's just harder to see. And then we're coming down for five waves. I think I labeled this a WXY before, but it really, this is not WXY-ish. This is not ABC-ish. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. So that means this needs to be an ABC, not a WXY, because a WXY should be a ABC, X wave, ABC. So that's not what we're getting here. So I've relabeled this as an ABC. It's basically a 3, 3, 5 is what I'm looking at in a count. Now, let's see here. So I'm counting this as one, two. This is a three wave, followed by this is. I'm saying this is four. Now, what I'm concerned about is that this is a difficult wave to interpret. Okay, because it's just kind of straight up. There's no real wave delineation. It's just kind of a straight up deal. Now, what the market makers have been doing, they've been kind of doing that. Here's this B wave where it's kind of a, I mean, there's more wave delineation here, but it's not a whole lot, and it's not clear. So they've just been kind of taking it up and then taking it right back down. And when they take it up fast, that is an unsustainable move, as always. And what that indicates is that they're probably trying to, market makers are trying to entice buyers in. This is a reversal. This four wave needs to look like a reversal. Then they'll take it down and then mess a bunch of traders up, get everybody confused. And then they take it up to the upside. So I don't know exactly. So here's what we need to understand that if this is a 1, 2, here's our 1. You can see how the 4 came up to the level of the 1. It needs to stop here. And if it doesn't stop here and goes a little higher, then we've got something else going on. We might need to recount this. This might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there somewhere. Which I don't like, but it could be, and it's truncated and it didn't measure right. There'll be a lot of problems with that count. I'm expecting. So because there'll be a lot of problems with that kind of a count, that doesn't look finished. It doesn't look right. So because of that, particularly it doesn't measure. And because it doesn't measure, then what I'm thinking is that this is a four-way and we're coming down for five. As always, I could always be wrong. This could be a weird-looking ABC. Let me do a quick measurement on that and see if this would be an ABC. See, excuse me. Uh, it just doesn't have the wave delineation of an ABC. I mean, it just doesn't measure. I'm not going to spend a lot of time explaining that, except that it just doesn't measure right. So I'm expecting right now, if this wave acts as normal waves have in the past, that we should be coming down to the $8,800 mark. It's going to come down probably more like this wave right here. So we want to be watching that. So I'm still looking into that. So how do we know when this count is invalidated? I would say that if we make another push higher, this count is invalidated. I'm pretty certain of it. And that when we come back down, that might be a good entry point for a long position. So we'll have to watch that and see, and I'll let you know. If I see that happening. Okay. So be aware that if we make another push higher here, past what's the number there? Past 11,600. If we make a push higher past that, say to 1,200, 1,200, excuse me, not 1,200, but 12,000, then we're probably going to see a bit of a retracement, and then we'll go up. Um, if that's the case, then that retracement is your long position. That's where you'd want to enter in on that pullback. Okay, there's Bitcoin. So I'm expecting again us to come on down. So I'm going to be patient. I'm out of the market right now and waiting for that. All right, let's look at Litecoin as well. Let's see, that's Litecoin BTC. Here's Litecoin against the US dollar. Same thing here. We've got this pull up. It's a little bit clearer. This wave is a little bit clearer to see in Litecoin as far as the wave delineation, but it's still not that easy. I could put the fibs here to here, or I could put them here to here. Still counting this as an WXY, potentially, or ABC. Doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't matter to me because they're generally I've doing the measurements on either. It really comes out to be about the same. So I'm just gonna trust the targets here and trust the fibs. Looks like our target here is still 100 and still 90. Those are my two targets for Litecoin. There, we're still looking good to come down. Let's zoom in and look at this particular wave and see. Make sure that let's just double check. Make sure our waves. This is still looking good. Um, yeah, we've got it looks like we've got a 1 2, or that's a 1 2. It's hard to see. This is higher than that, so I guess this needs to be, but that's three waves, and so it's really tricky what they're doing. It's hard to count here. That looks like 1 2. Then we've come down for three. We're making the four wave, but and again, what I find difficult about this four wave is that the wave delineation is odd. It's just kind of choppy and up. But again, let me show you where we've come in the fibs. I'm going to go to the 15-minute chart, show you what the fibs are looking like here. I'm, here was our bottom. Here was our first swing high. Here's our second low there. And you can see how we came up and we didn't quite tag the 1618. We came up short of it when we almost hit it. And for all intents and purposes, you might say we hit it. But and usually the 1618 delineates a three wave. But here's my problem with that. Again, that could be the case. This could be 1 2 3 4 excuse me, five of the three waves. So this might be a 1 2 3 4, and that could be a five. So that, excuse me, yeah, this is 1 2 3 4 5. There's five waves of a three. Um, that's possible, but I don't like it because when I measure this wave here, I'm gonna we just let's just remember this is 1618. I'm gonna get rid of this fibs here. When I measure this one wave of the three, the three wave of this wave doesn't come up to the 1618 at all. In fact, that's way up here. This isn't measuring right as a three wave. So again, the measurement, although the wave delineations are there, the measurements aren't coming out, and I just want you to understand that. I do not think that this is a 1 2 3 making a four and going up for five. Now it could be, and I could be wrong, but I'm just telling you what I think. Okay, this is what it looks like, and this is what I think. Somebody made a stupid comment yesterday. Well, what you're saying, it could go up and it could go down. Well, of course it could go up and it could go down. But can we get a bias is the question. Can we say, do we have any clues to tell us which way we believe it's going to go with any kind of certainty? And I think it's going down. Okay, so shut up with those comments. That's silly. That is just silliness. It's a person that doesn't understand trading at all. So yeah, there's my rant. I don't care about negative comments, but stupid comments I do care about. That's just dumb. It's just somebody who doesn't understand trading and doesn't understand what TA is. Okay, there's my rant. I'm done. So yeah, I don't believe that this is a 1 2 3, although I recognize the possibility. So you need to think that way as well. So what do we do? Well, let's measure this little correction right here. This ABC that you see, it could be a 1 2 3 or a 1 2 3 beginning. Let's measure that guy. You can see how this has come down to the 1276, right? So we've got an A, a B, and a C. So if this makes a lower low, we're going to continue going down. But if we start coming up here and making a higher high, we break this plane. I would say if we break this area and we make a higher high, we're going higher. We're going to finish out this fifth wave. So what that would mean is this indeed would be five waves. This would be a 1 2 3 4 5. You got to be careful though. It could be an X wave, it could be a failed wave, it could be all kinds of things. But if it's a five, we should have a correction, and for a two wave, and then we'd be going up for another push to the high upside. So if we go up higher from this point, I would say from this point, if we go up, make a higher high. Let's see, what would be a good invalidation point here? Um, I would say, to be honest with you, I would say 121
is a safe invalidation point that so if we reach 121 again, we're going to the upside, in my opinion. If we don't, as long as we continue going down from here, and we break, I would say a good validation for the downside is if we break 118. If we break 118, then I think we're headed to the downside. Um, you know, to finish out. Yeah, that's what we've got going on in Litecoin. So that'll help you get prepared for that. And let's take our final look at EOS this morning. Same kind of thing here, except I think we got more downside for EOS. We've got this same kind of wave here that we've been making since December. That's really hard to count, but it looks like there's 5 waves complete, or that's one, two, three, a 3 wave complete. One of the two, don't know. But then we've got a correction. It looks like a clear ABC delineation. When I throw the fibs on that, we should be coming down to the 1-to-1 extension here. So look for EOS to come down to zero point 0.01. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, 5. I look for it to come down to around $5, and then it could come down to $4.28 down here. So it could come down to the 1-to-1 extension or the 50%. Excuse me, the 1-to-1 retracement. So yeah, that's looking pretty good to the downside. And I'm looking for $5 entry point, maybe 428. That's what I'm seeing there. Let me take a peek at this wave just on this current wave just on the close up scale here. Let's try the 45-minute here. Yeah, you can kind of see a 1, 2, 3. Hard to tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's measure that and see. Yeah, this is a 3, 4. We're gonna have to come down for 5, but yeah, it looks like that make it lower low. See, you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would be really truncated because we didn't reach the 1-to-1 extension. We reached the 786. So all of them are doing that. Litecoin's done that. Bitcoin's done that. They're all stopping at the 786. Extension, that is the 0.786 extension. So the question is, what is that doing? Is that just a truncated correction, and we're going up from there? Normal corrections hit the 1-to-1 extension. So that's what I'm looking at. So be mindful of a potential upside, but it's looking like it's got to go down. Everything to me looks like it's got to go down. But there again, that's when I want to think, oh man, market makers know how to fool us. So let's be mindful of those things. Well, with that being said, I've got to run to work, and that'll get you thinking about what's going on in the charts today. I've given you some targets to look for some invalidation of waves going down and up. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave me some comments, and share some love. Hey, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.